Now let us take a demonstration of how to scaffold an OE Cloud application with workflow features. OE workflow can be configured for a given OE Cloud application. For example, consider this application called OE Demo App, and this is a regular OE Cloud based application that is scaffolded using the standard process. Now we need to make sure that this application can contain the OE workflow features. So to do that, the first thing that you should be checking is go to package.json and make sure that this entry is present over here, so that when you are actually doing an npm install, it will pull this workflow from the repository and then install this feature. So you could check that going to the node modules. So this should contain a folder called OE workflow, which contains all the modules that are related to the OE workflow. You could see that the OE workflow module is present here because of this particular entry. So after making sure that the OE workflow node module is actually installed, there is another step that we need to perform in order to make sure that this current application is capable of running the OE Cloud workflow features. So to do that, let's go to this server folder, and there's an applist.json which is present over here. In this, you need to make an entry for the OE workflow as well. So the path is OE workflow, so therefore it will pick up from the node modules folder, and this enabled property should be made to true. So once you have done these two checks, then the OE Cloud application, in our case it is OE Demo App, is now an OE Cloud application that can demonstrate the features of workflow. Now let us test this out by actually running this application. The application is running at localhost colon 3000, and you could see that there's an entry here, browse designer at localhost colon 3000 slash designer. So when you have installed this particular application, you require an interface to work with the workflows, design of the workflows, and other things. So for that, the OE Cloud presents you with a workflow designer, and that tool can be accessed at this particular endpoint. So let's test this out. So I'm accessing this endpoint called localhost colon 3000 slash designer. So you could see that the OE Studio is starting now, and OE Studio exposes all the designer tools that an OE Cloud application contains. So you could see that there are several tools which are available here. OE Studio's designer tool is a tool that is made up of several aspect tools. One of the aspect would be the workflow. So you could see that when you click on this, it highlights this workflow. So when you click on this, it is going to launch you the designer for the workflow. So if you get this screen, that means that you have the workflow enabled, and OE Studio's designer is able to give you this particular workflow designer, using which you could design the various workflows. So this is one check. The second check would be you could access the Explorer and then check out the models which are related to the workflow. So you could see that there is an activity manager. Then you could come down and then take a look at the workflow related models here. So if you see that these are present over here, you could reasonably sure that the installation has gone smooth. You can click on this pencil button over here. So this is the starting point for you to design the workflows. So if you get this screen, then the installation and configuration of the workflow has gone smooth. And so in the subsequent sessions, we will learn how to use this particular designer tool and help ourselves to create the workflow definitions and then publish them.